Brother Mullings,
Yes, brother.
thanks again for agreeing to sit for this interview. And as I've explained before, my intent here in embarking on this project was to get from you your sense of your involvement in the Churches of Christ in Jamaica, since you have done that work for a long time, and I wanted to record your story. So the first question I'm going to ask then is just ask you to share some background information on who you are, say age 0 to 15, where you grew up, were you involved with the church in the early years, and then talk about primary and secondary school up to age 15 as much as you can recall.
Okay. Well, I was born in St. Elizabeth, a little community called Morningside, near to Junction, which was just a village town at that time. Morningside was a small, and still is, a small community, but very aggressive and upbeat place. Everybody seemed to be wanting to excel, that sort of thing. And while it was not large, it was a hub. As a matter of fact, at one time it was more popular than Junction itself. I was born just at the beginning of World War II. So I am one of those people you call the war babies. I was born in that time. As a matter of fact, I have 2 date births. The official date birth that my mother gave me and that I grew up with was the 29th of December, 1939. Later on, when I was ready to go to get my passport to go away to travel, I realized that the birth date was the 2nd of December, 1939. Don't know what happened to the 9, but that's how it is.
So which one do you celebrate? Which birthday do you celebrate?
I celebrate the 29th.
Okay.
But all my legal documents
say the 2nd.
As the 2nd. So my passport has the 2nd, my driver's license has the 2nd. I don't even know if my marriage certificate have the 2nd. Yes, it may have, because by that time I knew that that was the official. But that's how it is. Very poor, humble beginning. My mother was domestic. She had gone to Kingston to work as an office maid. That's what I understood later on. And it happened, she got pregnant and came back home. So I really grew up in those early years with my grandmother, because my mother was always home.
Your maternal grandmother?
My maternal grandmother. Then at about age 5 and a half, age 6, because it was almost time to begin to go to school. Those days, you go to school at age 7, primary school, elementary school it was called. Begin at age 7. So I was probably about age 6 and I got malaria. And there was a malaria epidemic in that area community, and a number of children died out of it. And I had fever, I am told, high fever, and ago, and get hallucinations and all over. And no one expected that I was going to live. And it was my grandmother. Doctor medicines were not plentiful. Doctors were very, very far away. Transportation wasn't good. You either walk, ride donkey, or find somebody with a bicycle, or the one bus that may come by would be the form of transportation. So it was hard to get to doctors. So it was mostly home remedy. My grandmother used to boil a lot of bitter wood. And I got, the long and short of it is that I got over the fever. And I remember that when I got over the fever and was getting back to being coherent and movable and so on, I heard my grandmother said, and she repeated it several times thereafter, boy, you're born to live. You're born to live. And I grew up with that sort of thing, that I'm born to live, and therefore, nothing is going to stop me from living. And my autobiography that I'm writing, Brother Jim, the title of it is Born to Live. And one day I pray I will be able to finish it.